Alex Clark from Denison Yachting, and welcome on board Maverick, the Cantiere del Marche, or CDM, Flexplorer, unlike anything I've ever showed you before. Cantiere del Marche has been a pioneer in the industry in so many ways. Not just a pioneer in building explorer boats, but in how they're designed and how they're defined. And this is one of those designs that I think they've absolutely nailed. Stepping on board Maverick is like stepping into a garden. The more time you spend, the more details you see. It's the little details, whether it's the speakers, the little knickknacks that you find, the way that the couches are arranged facing either direction, the bar that's set back to the port side. The boat seems to be built around these things versus the other way around. And I think that's what you're seeing in today's world. Owners designing yachts around what's important to their lives, not settling for a traditional layout, not settling for going to a shipyard that says you have option A, B, or C. They want to come to the yard and say, this is how I live my life. Let's design something around that. They're listening to their clients. They're coming out with unique products, and I love to see the shipyard evolve. I think they're going to continue to do that and continue to be an industry leader. When you're walking on the dock, the focal point of this entire area are people asking, what is this crane behind me? So it's an A-frame crane. It's something you see on commercial vessels. It allows you to have a very high capacity crane, easily launching a large tender, a submersible. The options are really endless, but it's taking that commercial application, and it's the first yachting shipyard that I've seen apply it towards their designs. Below me, the way you see it right now, it's just an absolutely massive deck that you're probably only going to see on 60, 70-meter yachts. You have your balconies on either side that also fold upright, and this entire deck where we're standing on is where you're going to carry your tenders, or it can be configured as you see it now. Massive lounge area, 135 square meters of flexibility, and with a touch of the button, you reveal the pool. Not just a jacuzzi, but a full-on pool. The deck slides away, and you've got this amazing space. Keeping with that adventure lifestyle or that outdoors athletic lifestyle, behind me you've got your beach club, you've got your gym, a rack with free weights, you've got your Peloton, you've got a lounge area, and then forward of that you're going to have your machine spaces. You've got the window that showcases the pool behind me, and then speaking of that form and function, you've got a massive laundry area here with 6 full-size washer dryers. Walking towards the engine room on the starboard side, you have all of your scuba gear here. You've got your shore power converters allowing you to plug in anywhere in the world, water maker, and then into a massive engine room, easy access to all the major machinery on board. I have to remind you that we're on a 45-meter yacht, and look at this engine room. The engineering spaces on CDMs are something that I think set them apart from any of the competition. There are no cram spaces. This is all about function. Touching on that name, Flexplorer, there are really no traditional spaces on board this yacht. Everything has been customized to create not just a unique atmosphere, but just a different style of yachting. This would be the main salon, but it's not your traditional main salon. The spaces flow together, awesome seating area, bar, dining, a multi-purpose space, and I think it's fantastic. At my house, the galley is the focal point. The galley is almost the heart of our entire house. It opens up to our family room, our living room, and that's almost what this style does. It opens right up to the main salon. It's a double wide door behind you. You can have a chef, or you can also be in here yourself with your family, enjoying all the action that happens in a galley. One of the features that defines a long-range explorer yacht is the ability to provision for long passages. Behind me, you've got a walk-in refrigerator, and even further inside, a full walk-in freezer. Heading forward on the main deck, we're passing the central staircase. Beautiful display for cigars, for wine, or champagne. We are now all the way forward on the main deck. This would be every bit as impressive as a standard master, but in this case, this is the VIP, and you have a private owner's deck on the upper level. We are now in the lower guest accommodations. Pretty traditional layout. You've got 4 cabins, all of which are en suites, unique lighting throughout. It's a sub 500 gross ton boat. but you get the feeling in these corridors of a much larger vessel, a much more substantial vessel, and that's what CDM is all about. It's about being extremely capable, welcoming, super high pedigree. Each yacht that they produce is uniquely their own. I find a more and more common feature on yachts are the owner's deck. And a lot of times it's a multi-purpose space. You'll have a wheelhouse forward and part of the deck will be the owner's cabin. In this case, it is a complete owner's deck. All the way from bow to stern, you've got the owner's cabin, the walk-in wardrobe, the lounge area back aft, the kids' cabin. It is a full deck dedicated specifically to the owner and his family. Forward on the owner's deck, this would typically be the wheelhouse windows, these forward raked windows, but this is the master cabin that's forward facing. You've got the wheelhouse above me on the upper deck. My wife would absolutely love this space. We are in a focal point on the owner's deck, and it's actually the wardrobe. It's a glass closet. You've got your display case here for your jewelry, for your sunglasses, a space for your shoes. Absolutely awesome space. Aft of the parent's side or the owner's side, we're now in one of the cooler rooms I've ever seen on board a boat. It's a playroom, a bunk room. I see some of the things I have at my house right now. You got the little ice cream center over there. You got some ukuleles. This is just awesome. Entering the aft section of the upper deck, you have the master bath. We just left the kids' bunk room. To the port side, you have a closet. And here, again, super untraditional layout. Soaking tub to the port side, rain shower, massive rain shower to starboard side. And this all opens up to the private owner's deck. Touching on those tiny little details that I think incorporates family and fun. You've got this awesome hanging swing here, welcoming lounge areas. I think it works extremely well. Arriving on the upper deck, or what you would consider the Sundeck, we've come from the owner's deck below. We now have a jacuzzi here, dining area, bar, all gauged towards family, all gauged towards entertaining. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to utilizing every little space and doing it in such a way that children's imagination can really run wild. You've got a glass window here, but just a fun space. You have the similar thing to the starboard side. We are now in the wheelhouse. Focal point are the 5 glass monitors. You have forward raked windows. Maverick is powered by twin Caterpillar C32s. Caterpillar is one of those brands that's easily serviced no matter where you are in the world. So keeping with that expedition, global traveler, global explorer, a lot of thought went into what machinery is featured on board the boat. It's something that most owners might not appreciate or pay a lot of attention to, but it's the guts of the boat that makes the operation, the service of the boat over years and years and years of running and traveling the world so easily accomplished, and something that's gonna help the boat maintain value over time. Alex Clark from Denison Yachting, and thank you for joining me on board Maverick, the Cantiere del Marche, or CDM 146 Flexplorer. If you have any questions or would like to learn a little bit more about what CDM is capable of, please contact me at any time.